Matt Seddon here from the Sunday Plodcast. We're back with another video, and this time we're going to talk about all the latest releases from On Running. Their brand new shoe, the Cloudmonster Hyper, and how that compares against the Cloudmonster 2. We know On have been aggressive over the years. Their shoe is everywhere. It's in running communities up and down the country. They're making subtle upgrades as well, and they're bringing out a new kind of performance shoe which is going to fit in between the Cloudmonster 2, a max cushion, and that Cloudboom Echo 3 as well. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So let's give you a quick overview of the Cloudmonster franchise as a whole. Where does it sit? Well, it's max cushion and it's meant for the daily training. It's also a very durable range of shoes. So it is for those looking to go the distance, those preparing for a marathon, getting those staple miles in, and even for some people, it might even be a race day shoe. But the Cloudmonster 2, then what are the key differences from that and its previous fan favorite version, the original, the OG Cloudmonster? Well, it's got a new nylon kind of speed board in there as well, which just allows for a bit more of a snappier ride. It still maintains the Cloud Tech design on the bottom of the shoe, so aesthetically it looks very similar. But the midsole as well, with that speed board, it's got the helium foam in there as well, which again just adds to that snappy ride, a little bit more pop in there as well. And of course, they've kept that max cushion that we know and love so far. So I've been testing it out the last 2 weeks or so, back just over 100 miles in this bad boy, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I knew I would. I was a fan favorite of the OG, but I think it just rocks you forward a little bit more. It's a little bit snappier. Like I said, the grip, it seems very durable as well. The shoe hasn't worn at all in that time. And again, the upper, you know, it fits true to size as well. There's not much movement on that upper, and there's always a good lockdown with the On shoes as well. So let's see how it compares now to that Cloudmonster Hyper, and let's introduce this new shoe from On. So the brand new Cloudmonster Hyper, where does it fit in On's shoe rotation and their kind of lineup? Well, it fits pretty much alongside the Cloudmonster. It's just a little bit snappier. It's got the same max cushion feels as well, and it's got the feels of a race day shoe. So for me, it's in between that Cloudmonster 2 and the Cloudboom Echo 3 as well. We're gonna get into the details, take the shoe for a spin on a good steady, longer run here in Leeds, and well, it's a lot of helium foam there as well. So we'll talk through the foam, how it feels on feet, the upper, the outsole, all those things you want to know. All right, let's dive into that midsole then. For me, it's a max cushion midsole, just like the Cloudmonster 2. But I think the biggest takeaways that we've got to find out from the Hyper is there is no plate in here, none whatsoever. No carbon plate and no kind of Pebax plastic plate either. And I think On worked very closely with their elite athletes. I think it's a shoe the elites have been after for a little while now. A fast, a snappy, a responsive max cushion shoe that doesn't have a plate in. And I think it just takes away the impact from training, and you can just get a little bit more miles in it. And again, a little bit more durable. And On have pitched this as almost a marathon shoe as well to go the test of time. And it certainly lives up to that. So instead of that plate, they've got 2 layers of Helium Pebax super foam in there, kind of merged together. And it still just gives that nice, bouncy, plush ride, but also you can run up tempo. You can get the steady efforts in. So that's your midsole in a nutshell. Let's go check out the upper. Okay, warmed up a little bit, just took the shoe for a sort of 10-mile progressive run, and I'll take you through some of my first impressions. First off, let's start with the responsiveness and the cushioning and just kind of how did it feel on feet speed-wise. For me, very poppy, very comfortable as well. And I think when I'm comparing it to a Cloudmonster 2, I think this sits on those longer runs. I think a Cloudmonster 2 is lovely for the daily mileage, so's this shoe, but I think it's just a little bit more comfortable as your legs start to get a little bit more beat up, a little bit more tired. Again, I feel like you could definitely run faster in it as well. It's more responsive, it's snappy, that's the obvious, that's what they've designed it for. But again, I feel like those longer runs just was a little bit more comfortable late on. And for me, that's a winner. So I'm gonna be taking this out the door when I'm going further, okay? And the Cloudmonster 2 I'll keep for my kind of shorter, easy recovery runs, and this one for anything kind of 8 miles plus, really. So one area that we probably should box off is the weight of the shoe. And the Cloudmonster Hyper comes in 80 grams lighter than the Cloudmonster 2. And do you notice that? I certainly did. And I think that's why I was pitching it. It doesn't compromise on comfort by any means, but I think it certainly allows you to just get going a little bit faster, a little bit bouncy, but also the length of the runs. I think over time on a long run, you do want something that's quite light and not, you know, every stride is pretty effortless, to be honest with you. So yeah, very, very encouraging that they've still maxed out the cushion and the support and the responsiveness, and they've cut the weight down in the shoe as well. So yeah, there's a few stats for you there. There we have it. On to the latest addition to the Cloudmonster franchise. It's going to sit alongside the Cloudmonster 2 to give you a favourable pair to take out as well and bridge that gap for the speedier days. If you like what you're seeing here, like, subscribe and follow the channel for more content like this.